Hi, I'm Victor Ratman, and to be perfectly honest, this video has been inspired from an all too familiar feeling. A feeling of immense from a feeling that I think that anybody that has pursued writing or any creative endeavor would be all too familiar with. The crushing kind of avalanche of inadequacy that can sometimes overcome us. The kind of feeling that leaves you wondering why you ever bothered to commit yourself to this in the first place. It's the kind of feeling that I think I want to talk about. Because as I look at myself in the reflection in this recording software, the camera doesn't reflect things on my face. It doesn't show you how tired I am. It doesn't show you the way my eyes look. I'm a 27-year-old man, and for the last 13 to 15 years I've trying to be a writer. And I can honestly say there's nothing more important to me in life other than people that I love and this writing. There's nothing I want to do that is more important to this. And I've spent a long time in writing servers, in writing forums. I've met generations of young writers. And, I used to be that kid. I used to be what a lot of you are right now. And I know I'm talking in a way that sounds like I'm much older than I am, but I know I'm 27. But seeing all this, it makes me feel old. Because there's something I don't see talked about enough in these writing servers. We talk around it, and perhaps we allow people to have enormous outbursts, but we don't truly tackle the issue. And I guess that's why I wanted to make this video. Because it can be so very tough to believe in yourself on the level that you need to believe in yourself. Especially as young people, when we're bombarded with this new and scary world. And I'm not even talking just about becoming an adult. I'm talking about truly the world we live in today, the age of information, the way our lives have so drastically changed from year to year. I don't think the world has changed this much since the Industrial Revolution. And many of us are the generation that have lived through that change and have come to age in the light of that change. And one of the great gifts of this age is that we are now connected all around the world. We are now able to talk to people on the other side of the planet in real time. We're able to source live streams of the greatest writers who ever lived. We're able to see and learn so much, and yet you on the other side of the video, don't you feel sometimes watching these people that you are never going to measure up? You will never become that person on the screen. You'll never write the book. You'll never get the story out. That pain will never stop. Now, I know up until this point, I sound very defeated, but I want you to understand that I'm tired. I'm tired of these feelings. I'm tired of seeing creatives, young creatives, crushed over and over by this reality. It makes me sad to think about how many fantastic stories have been lost to depression, to anxiety, to simply the belief that you're not good enough. And something that I've learnt reading through these stories, and my whole office is covered with your stories right now. You are all over my table. I have read every single one of you, and I can honestly say I have found something to love in all of them. No matter your technical ability, no matter your shortcomings, there has always been something in every story that has incredible worth. And I know that you don't feel it. I know that you may say you feel it, but I know in the most private parts of your mind, you struggle to believe. And I'm not making this video with the idea to give you any kind of solution. I don't think that's realistic. You are all so vastly different from each other, and you will all tackle your problems in vastly different ways, but I guess I wanted to say that you all have such incredible talent. Not just you, so many of the young creatives that I see. I hope you know that even though you are bombarded with these feelings, you're not really alone. It may always feel that way, and I think we as creatives, we are more prone to isolation than anybody, especially writers. We do not like the idea of relying on other people to create this work. This is our story. We'll write it. We'll do it. So the next time you find yourself struggling with these thoughts, struggling with this kind of crushing, never-ending, just pain that comes out of nowhere and makes you feel like the very carbon, the very atoms that make up your being has just been a waste from the stars that were crushed billions of years ago and made their way to Earth. You know what I mean? You're not. If there's one thing I've learned from reading all of your work and reading the work of 100 creatives before you, is that all of you have such fantastic stories. You have real passion, and it is that kind of energy that the world needs. I know that I don't seem the most enthusiastic, and I'm sorry. I wish I could put on that mask, but I guess, if anything, you would all understand how impossible it all gets sometimes, and how even the strongest of skins can be cracked in half, and you're left feeling naked. If you're watching this, and you go through this, and you allow it to affect your creative work, please, do not isolate yourselves. It is the greatest mistake I ever made. I am so painfully lonely in so many ways when it comes to my creative work. And at 27, it is those kind of old habits that will be impossible to untangle. Do not make this mistake. Do not subscribe to the idea that you need to be an edgy, isolated creative with the harsh, depressive worldview to create something beautiful, because many of you have already created something beautiful. Don't allow yourselves to fall into this trap, because it will cost you valuable time, and it will rob the world of something beautiful.